Hi everyone, in this video I will show you my solution to the CS50's Python problem called Little Professor from problem set 4. In this problem we need to implement a program which simulates this children's toy, which is like some sort of calculator which tests your math knowledge. So firstly it prompts you for level. You can choose level 1, 2 or 3, and then level is like difficulty level, and then it gives you 10 math problems, and in the end, so if you entered the wrong solution it shows you that it's wrong, and in the end it gives you total score of how many did you get right. So you can read more details on this link, which I will put in the description. And here we got the basic problem structure which we'll take, and yeah, let's do this. So this is our basic structure. So in the main, here should be like the main part of our program, the guessing and everything. So in the get level we should get level 1 or 3, and generate integer should give us random integer based on the level. So let's firstly write these two and then do the main lastly. So in the get level, what we want to do is do while loop, while true. Then let's try user level equals integer input level. So we take user input and convert it to integer, and now let's check if user level equals 1 or user level equals 2 or user level equals 3, because it can only be one of these three values. We can return user level, and yeah, that's enough, and we just do exception for the value error and we pass. So that's that part. So for the generate integer we want to do so it takes level as an input, so we can do if level equals 1. We want to generate number which will be random rand int from 0 to 9, else if level equals 2, we want to generate number between 10 and 99, and else if you want to generate number between 100 and 999, and else we want to raise value error, meaning that the level is not in our scope. And in the end we return number. Okay, so this is our generate integer function, this is get level, and now let's write main. So for the main, what we want to do is firstly let's define two variables called correct answers. Correct answers count equals 0 and wrong answers count also equals 0. And then let's define variable called level, which we'll get from get level. So we get that from this function, and now let's do for loop for underscore in range of 10. We want to generate x and y, so x is generate integer level and y is the same. So we generate two random numbers. And now let's do try block. So try user answer. So user needs to enter its answer, which will be so we want to do input, but we need to show him the numbers, of course. We need to show him the problem set. So we want to do this: x plus y equals, and let's convert it to integer. Oh, sorry, I mistyped. So yeah, we want to do this, like take its input and convert it to integer. And then if user answer equals x plus y, then we want to do correct answers count plus equals 1. So we want to increase counter on correct answers count, and we need to set wrong answers count to 0, because this wrong answers count are only pair 1 problem. So if they guessed this from the, let's say, second try, then we are resetting this counter every time for every math problem. Okay, so that's if the user enters correctly. Else, if it didn't answer correctly, we want to print EEE, and we want to increase the wrong answers count to 1. So that is our logic. Next thing to do is, while wrong answers count is between 0 and 3, we want to reprompt the user. So we are reprompting it, him or her, sorry. And then we need to check again if the user answer equals x plus y. We are doing the same logic here. Okay. And then else we want to print E and increase the wrong answers count, and in the end, so we want to print the solution. So and what is left to do is exception block, print EE, and in the end we print the final score with the correct answers count. Okay, so this is our program. So this sets the level, this generates a number based on the level, and in the main function we are doing defining correct answers count, defining wrong answers count, count getting the level from the getLevel function. Then we are doing the for loop, and in each iteration we are generating two integers. Then we are in try block, we are asking user for input. If the user inputs correctly, this is this part of the code, we increase correct answers count and we set wrong answers count to 0. Then this part is skipped, and yeah, so that's it. Then for the example, for the second iteration, if the user fails to enter correct answer, then else block is run. We print E, we increase wrong answers count, and then while the wrong answers count is between 0 and 3, we reprompt the user again, and then we check again. If he answers correctly, we reset the answers count to 0, which means we exit out of this loop. If the user fails to provide answer correctly, we increase the answers count to wrong answers count to 1, and in the end of this block we are showing him the correct answer. And here we have except block, and in the end we are printing the full score, so correct answers count. So this is my solution to the program, and now let's test this. Let's see if this works. So let's clear the terminal and let's try this. So firstly, let's type in -1. We should be reprompted, that's correct. Let's type 4, we should also be reprompted. Type 1, okay, now the real game starts. So +7 is 16, 10, 4, 9. Now let's enter a wrong number on purpose, so let's enter 88. We got error. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And after missing it 3 times, we are shown the correct result. And now the next for loop iteration starts. So this is correctly 8, 17, 16, and we get score of 9. So this program works. So you saw this, how it works when you enter the wrong number. Let's do it one more time with bigger level. Let's do level 2. So it's 69, it's 47, it's, I know, let's do it wrongly now. Wrongly. We get the correct one. Let's do it wrongly again. 100, and now let's type in correct number. So let's do 91. This is a real math test for me now. Okay, so now let's make a mistake once and then correct ourselves. Yeah, that also works. This should be 123. This should be 104, and we get final score of 7. So yeah, so this program works. Here is my code. You can see it a little bit better. And here are these 2 functions. So yeah, that's it everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.